Hey friends, hello everyone, my name is Asha, and today I decided to film something really interesting for you in a more casual setting. About a year ago, I completed this piece of work. This work is made from smalt. And at one point, we even discussed at our art school the possibility of running a mosaic course, specifically based on Van Gogh sketches, not other impressionists. That's why I'm telling you about this. Since we now have an online mosaic school, the idea of launching a similar course never really left me. And I want to run it for you as well, but I'd like to try it first in an online format. I want to film a short video that will be like a pilot for this course. A course based on one of Van Gogh's works, something like that. Here's what it will look like. The finished piece will be about 50 by 50 centimeters. It will be assembled from smalt pieces, and I'll be using these little pliers here. And basically the smalt itself, you know. I pre-divided it into these little strips to make it easier to work with. And following the principle of this smaller piece, I'll be creating a much larger version. I want to see how much time it takes me. That way, when we eventually film the online course, I'll already know how much material I'll need, how long it will take, and how difficult it is. And I might even develop some special sketches for you of impressionist works that would be easier to assemble into a mosaic. I'm planning to spend about 16 hours on this piece, and we'll see if I can manage it. And if everything works out as I'm planning, then in the future, we might release something full scale. I'll be showing you the process and commenting along the way, talking a bit about the materials and the tools, and about the technique itself, how I'll be assembling it. All right, let's move on to the video. A couple of hours of work. And here's what I've got so far. This is about the size of the piece I've completed. Pretty good pace overall. I think I can finish it in about 4 to 5 days. Everything's going well. And there we go, and that's it. And there we go, and that's it. And there, 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 and that's it. I should be done in about 4 to 5 days. Everything's on track. If we work 3 hours at a time, we'll gradually build up the piece. Eventually, we'll finish it. It's going to look really cool. Look, here's day 2. This is how much I got done. I spent about 4 hours on all of this. So basically almost a third of the work is complete now. And here's where these pieces are sitting, the ones that are left over. By the way, it's really convenient because I can pick up these little pieces and then use them in the actual work. But I still have them here. I'll tell you a bit more about the technique later. For now, we're laying it out, so let's see how much I do tomorrow. And I'll report back to you. Day 3. The mosaic work is approaching completion. We're already halfway done. Altogether, it probably took about 9 hours to get to this point. Everything you see here now. I also noticed that the adhesive I'm using, this was a kilogram container, and it's almost completely gone. So I'd estimate I'm using about 2 to 2.5 kilograms of glue for the whole piece. And with the direct assembly method, I've got about 500 milliliters left, so roughly half the container remains. Day 3. So friends, 5 days have passed. Altogether about 18 hours and the work is complete. It's very heavy, I'd say it weighs about 10 kilograms. Here's the finished piece, though I might add a few finishing touches. Now I need to mount it on MDF using cement adhesive, and frame it somehow and hang it on the wall. It won't fall off the wall for sure. I used more than 1 kilogram of glue, more like the 2 kilograms I calculated. So I basically used up 2 of these glue containers. Let me show you what they look like. There's just a tiny bit left in this kilogram container, and I've completely used up the other one. And about 500 milliliters from the other container went into this whole project. This was the direct assembly method. I was putting together these modules that I showed you during the process. So these are small pieces about 1 centimeter thick, cut into little strips. And then with a hammer and these pliers, I cut them into these modules. I can show you them up close if you like. I used 2 types of tools. These pliers here, the ones you all know, these blue ones work great for me. And these Italian rollers, they're much gentler, but they're perfect for these modules. They break into thin little strips, and the piece weighs about 10 kilograms, minus the glue, so about 8 kilograms of material went into it. Tell me and write in the comments what you thought of this experiment overall, because it had a bit of theory, practice, and time lapses, though they were sped up, of course, but still. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, by the way, we also have some free educational materials and paid courses on our online learning site, so go check them out. A new course just came out. It's about Roman mosaics and cartoon drawing. Try creating something like that. You can try drawing your own sketch and make a piece based on it. Well, it was great seeing you all, and goodbye everyone. See you in the next video. And I'll raise it up a bit. I think it should hold fine. While I'm there,